Hello everyone, welcome back to another interesting episode of Chakde Frontend Interview. So we have Aniket with us. So we are going to dive into the React machine coding problem statement where we are going to understand multiple JavaScript concept in between as well, along with the React concept. So this interview is going to be very interesting. So keep watching till the end. So before we move ahead and we basically talk about the problem statement, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And one important note, which is I'm giving this problem statement, just pause the problem statement and then basically try to solve yourself. And then try to see how Aniket is basically approaching the problem and try to see how like you are approaching the problem and try to get the hints and suggestions that I will be giving as a part of the interview. So consider I'm taking your interview and take all those hints and feedback as yourself. Cool. So with that, without wasting further time, Aniket, how are you doing, man?
Yeah, hi Chirag. First of all, thanks for having me here for the mock interview. I'm really excited. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I will try my level best.
Awesome. I'm equally excited. I'm more excited, man, to host you over here. With that,
Thank
why don't you introduce quickly?
Okay, sure. So yeah, I am Anikesh Sharma and I'm from Madhya Pradesh. And basically, I have overall 5 years of experience as a front-end developer, but not really into the React only. Basically, I have started my career with Angular, and recently, from past 1 or 2 year, I have switched my tech stack to React. Basically, it was becoming monotonous for me that I was working on one framework only. So that is why I decided to switch the tech stack. So yeah, that's all about me.
Awesome. So, are you excited about the problem?
Yeah.
Let's share your screen. The problem statement will be on your screen.
Okay, sure.
So, what you need to build basically, you can expand a bit on the left hand side so that you can read it well. So you have to
Okay.
implement a traffic light system kind of a thing, which have three colors basically, as you have seen. So you have a red, yellow, green. I'm not sure if you have seen all of those working in the street, but yes,
Mhm.
that happens. As per law, you have red, green, and yellow. So there are some timers
Mhm.
basically, and those goes in order. So consider example first it will be red, then after 10 seconds it will become yellow, after 5 seconds it will become green, and after 15 seconds it will come back to the red. This is how the normal functionality will keep on working, changing after a certain time from one to the other and to the other. That is one. Now, the
Okay.
second part of it is enhancing it. When I say enhancing it, this goes with a normal automated mode. But there are scenarios where there is more traffic in one of the lane, and probably I wanted to manually say that, hey, set this to the green. Although it was
Mhm.
on, say, suppose red, I explicitly want to start from the green at that moment. That is a second. The third part is
Mhm.
basically there is already green and timer is going to exhaust probably is midway. I want to increase here by 20-second more, 30-second more. I can increase the ad hoc time at that moment for that occurrence, probably in that
Mhm.
particular timer. So this is how
Mhm.
it is going to expect it. So
Okay, so there are three scenarios which I got by while reading and while you were explaining this problem statement. One, the very base case is that we need to display all the three lights, okay,
mhm,
and they should blink in a continuous manner, that is infinitely for this specific time duration which you have specified, correct?
right.
Okay. Second one is that uh, basically they are going in an infinite loop, but what if let's suppose I'm starting with a red light initially, but if we want to change the light to, let's suppose we should start from yellow or a green light, then user can select whatever light from where it should start, and it will again go to the infinite loop, but it will ensure that the starting point of the light is the one which user provided.
Yes.
Okay, okay. And third one is to increase the timer. So in all the three cases, it would be infinite loop itself.
So all the three cases is infinite. It's just that in the second and third, I'm in hampering the flow. I'm saying that hey, let's make this active, green active. Whatever it is, I don't care. Let's make the green active first and then follow the same cycle. In the other case, I'm saying whatever it is active, maybe red is active. I want to make people wait for maybe another 30 more seconds. So I'm going to say 30-second in the input box and say that increase the timer, right? So it will increase
Okay.
the timer, the current timer with the 30-second.
Okay. And sequence will always be the same. It would be
Sequence is
red, yellow,
always
and
be
green.
the same.
Okay, got it. Okay. Uh, Let me write the notes first. Okay. So sequence should always be same. Okay. Uh, we need to loop it infinitely. Okay, and then the second part is user can specify the starting line. Okay, and the third one is that user can manipulate the timings.
Right.
Okay, timings. Okay, so let's start. Uh, Let me remove this. So what my approach is, we should have, as we are dealing with a sequence, there should be one variable which holds those sequence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and also we need to take care about the default timings which you have provided in a problem statement. So it would be good if we maintain an object, okay, traffic light, okay, and that should be an array of object, or maybe not array of object, because if we use an array, then we need to also search for this particular lights which we need to toggle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it would be good approach to go with the keys. Okay, so that the searching thing we can avoid. So okay, so we also need to specify that after this particular red light, what next light we need to show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we can go with yellow. Okay, and the timing should be 5 or 10. For a red light, we need to show for 10 seconds. So 10. Okay, then we will go with yellow. Let me copy this. Next would be green for 5 seconds. Okay, and then green.
Mm-hmm.
So green. After green, we need to show red. That too after 15 seconds. Okay, now traffic light. Okay, so we can maintain an heading. Okay, now we need to show the traffic lights. So again, I will use a div.
So all of three will be visible. Active will be at one at a time, right? So you're
Correct. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So okay, class name we can use. So for all the lights, the default class name would be light.
mm-hmm.
Okay, but we need to make it more dynamic, because we also need to set a class based on the active light.
Okay.
So we will create one variable active one. So this active, if it is true, then default one, then the red, and if it is not, then the default only the light, and also the active here. Okay, we don't need do we need it? Yeah, we do need the red one as well, because we need to show red dot active and somehow that. So we will do the same exercise for yellow and green. Okay, now okay, we also need I'm a, I'm allowed to write the inline styling, right? Because I think
You
the
are allowed.
file we can do that. Okay, so one is the okay. With inline styling, we can already only define the properties, but how can we judge whether we need to apply this class? Okay, class approach won't work, I guess. Mhm. Okay, we can then remove this. Okay, let's start. So width would be 40 pixel, height would also be 40 pixels. Then border radius, as mostly they are circular, so border radius will be 50%. Okay, now the color, not the color but the background, as this is the red light, so it would be red. Okay, and also display. So here we will do this. So uh, okay, if it is active, if it is true, then we will set display as block. Oh, sorry, not like this, but this. Else it would be none. So by default, it will not appear.
Mm-hmm.
So similarly for all the other things, we can do that. Just that we will change the colors. Okay.
So help me with one thing.
Mhm.
Is active is what? Boolean.
Yeah, that would be a
When
Boolean
it
thing,
is
and
true, everything is true. When it is false, everything is false. Don't you think?
yeah, correct. Mhm. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then a better approach will be is active light. If it is equal to red, then only we will do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Similarly, we can follow the same for across all the lights. So yeah, thanks for highlighting that.
No worries.
Okay. If it is yellow, if it is green. So we can remove the class thing here because we don't need this anymore. Similarly from here, and also we can click green. Okay, and here yellow. Okay. Mm, okay, is active light currently doesn't exist. So uh, let me create a state for it. So is active light set. So by default, we are doing it with red. Okay, so red will be there. Okay, so what would be the error? Okay, use state I haven't. Okay, we are able to see red light.
You can reduce the width of left pane a bit. That works.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, you can focus. Yeah.
okay. Now we are able to define a UI kind of thing. Now we have this traffic light as well. So as we need to do a side effect, we can use a use effect here because we are playing with the time. So we are obviously using a set timeout. Okay. Uh, and this will run whenever we are changing the active light. So we will do this inside the set timeout. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
let me first import it. Okay. So set timeout. It will take a callback, and what we can do is we can access our traffic light object, and for the active light, okay, and we need to access the time. Let me check whether I have defined okay time, and we can also set active light to traffic light of is active light dot next.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so oh shit. Okay. Why? Oh, sorry. I have forgot to multiply it by 1,000.
Okay.
So that okay, but why it is coming in the same? Okay, display none and block is not the correct approach, because what display none and block none is doing, it is removing it from the DOM itself. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, what we can do instead of display, we can use something like, if I'm not wrong, visibility. So it will the node will still be in the DOM and it will not be removed.
Mm-hmm.
So visibility hidden. Okay, but what is the property for showing it? Visibility show.
It's a visible.
Oh, okay, visible. Okay, I will do the same thing for the other lights. Okay, and also the visibility. Okay, with the document. Okay, let's see if it works. Just for the time constraint, let me reduce the time to 5, 2, 1. Okay, and run the code again. Okay, 5 seconds, then 1 second, then again 1 second. Okay, so I think they are toggling now. Let me go with the input which you have provided. Okay, okay. Now the now the second ask is to
Uh,
user can. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Good, good, good. So, do you think the use effect that you have written is appropriate, or there can be some glitches?
One thing which I can uh, say is that I am not clearing it out. Okay, which
Okay.
is one thing. But if I clear it, maybe yeah, we are not going away from the component, so ideally we can clear it. So until and unless we are in the same component, accessing the same component, it will not hamper the current flow. Just that if we are leaving that component, then it will clear it, which is good. Okay, so what we can do, we need to store it in some ID. Okay, timer ID, and then while doing, let me do the return. It will go with the callback clear timeout, and it we can provide the timer ID here. Okay, another thing, apart from this, I don't find any such glitches.
Okay. So your use effect is only going to trigger when there is a change in active light. Is that the case?
Yes, correct, as we are doing it here, so it will
Okay.
trigger.
Consider example the traffic light that you are taking. I am getting that from a API call. After some time, it will get updated. Will your logic still work, or there will be some glitch? The
Yeah,
traffic light
at that
configuration
time,
that
yeah.
you have, say suppose
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting from my API call, that will get resolved after some time, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Will your logic still work, or there will be issues with that?
No, it will not work. Basically, if we are getting in from the API call, then it will never reflect because this use effect is tagged with the is active light changes. So we should also have a default use effect in order to run the first timeout. But in that case, it won't work actually
Oh,
the way we want it to.
you understand? Yeah, right now your dependency is only on is active light.
Mm-hmm.
The first mount will not have that. Probably we are getting from the API call in future. So in such
Correct.
case,
Yes.
how do you enhance your use effect so that it also handles the things which are coming from traffic light maybe in future?
Maybe we can provide a dependency of traffic light as well here.
Let's go ahead.
Okay. Traffic light.
Okay, so we
Okay.
have that dependency, we have created that, and this is basically toggling one after the another. What about the second part of it? So
Okay.
we can do one thing to make it bit better. So it's just
Mhm.
that the color is something that you can toggle. Let the placeholder be there. So let the three circular placeholder, the grayish placeholder be there, and only the
Mhm.
color in those basically changes.
Okay.
Or you can have
Okay.
a very light color, yellow color, make it darker yellow. Right now the
Mhm.
traffic light doesn't look like this, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. It is disappearing.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, what we can do? Okay. So background color we can play with. Background. We already have a background color. So by default, it should be transparent or white, and we can provide a what I can say the border. Okay. So let me do this. So
So, or probably I will suggest you to play with opacity.
yeah, I was thinking of that, but opacity will hide the whole basically paragraph itself. It won't show the border as well, right?
Oh, just give a shot. Just have the opacity,
Okay.
play with the zero point 0.5 opacity and make it 1 when it
Oh,
is.
okay. In that way. Okay, got it. So by default, it would be one, and we can decrease it. So yeah, it would be faint red
Yeah, just give a
after
shot.
some. Okay, 0.2. It should not be string.
Hmm.
It should be integer, basically number. Uh, okay. Again, okay. Here I missed 0.2. Run code.
Oh, so that preview automatically reflects. It's a real time. So I think
Okay.
this looks pretty much better, right? So
Yes, yes, yeah.
just show me the full version of the outcome at this time. Expand it.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how it looks like. So after some time, I think 10 or 15-second timer was there.
Mhm.
It should go to, let's see, how does the that look like first of all. Oh, it
Yeah.
came red. Now it's better. Perfect. So now you have option to basically explicit set something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So by default, we are.
Before even you jump into that, help me with one important thing. Can you
Mhm.
help me the line number 19, the object that you have created? What
Okay.
I am not sure if you intentionally or unintentionally you created a data structure.
Mhm.
Which data structure it reflects to? Quite similar to any one of the popular data structure that we know.
Uh, okay. Data structure you are asking.
Yeah.
So I think it looks more like a hash map.
No.
Okay.
You
Basically,
created, you
it's
don't know. You don't know you are using some data structure that you created, right?
no, it's a plain object, JavaScript object. But yeah, if we want to
JavaScript,
specify it
everything
with the
is
data structure,
object and array,
yeah,
right?
correct. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So if I tell you, you will be surprised.
JSON object.
Oh, you just say object, JSON object. These are just terminologies that you are playing, right? That doesn't make any
Mhm.
meaning. So
Okay.
you are representing somewhere it's a circular linked list.
Okay. Yeah. Next is nothing but a address to the another node. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And time is kind of a data. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. So I was comparing it with the hash map and all because it's
So
an object. So.
why I brought this out, because most of the time, if I would have said you in the starting, hey, can you build something like a circular linked list, I think you
Mhm.
might have given up the interview in the first minute itself, saying that, oh boss, I'm not familiar with the data structures, just I can't
Correct. Correct.
continue ahead, right? But unintentionally
Mhm.
did the something similar to that. Cool, let's keep going. So the second part of it.
Okay, so first part is done. Second is user have the choice to basically specify that what should be the light he or she needs to start with. So for that, should I give the input box at the very top so that it would be visible?
Please. Hmm.
Okay, so input type of text placeholder would be why I'm using colon. Okay, enter starting right, something like this. Okay, and
Oh, so you, the one, the which has, it's just a button kind of a thing. So starting line you don't have to test as an enter. It could be a drop down or normal three button. You can say, hey, make this active. So that is the second.
okay.
The third part, you need the input box where you wanted to increase the time by certain seconds, right? So
Okay,
for the
okay,
second you don't
got
need
it.
that.
Okay, button. So red,
Yeah, you can simply mention by the name and do it. It's okay.
green. Okay. Okay, and const handle light change. Okay, light. So for this would be a red one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and similarly for other, let me copy this. Yellow and then the green. Okay, and once user click on this, what we can do is we can set change the is active light.
Mm-hmm.
So what we can do is set basically we can do this in the same line. Okay, but what if
It's
we
okay.
want to add more thing in future? So that is why I'm using.
Mm-hmm.
So set is active light to the light, and as we are setting it here, so it should ideally trigger this use effect again. I'm just suspecting that whether the set timeout will get hampered. So let's do this. So run code. Okay, I think this will. So where is the light? Okay, here it is. So if I click on red, it is set to red. Uh, Ideally, it should change after 10 seconds. If I click on yellow, okay, red got deactivated. Yellow is going on. So after 5 seconds, it is changing to green. And after 15 seconds, it should go. But what if I click on red again? So almost after or set green. Yeah, I think this is working.
So how can we validate this? So can you do one thing? So
Hmm.
scroll down in your
Okay.
use effect where you are returning the statement of clear interval. Can you
Hmm.
return first print console.log and then return
Okay.
to validate even if this clear interval is getting triggered or not, right? or the other ways you put the timer, basically showcase how much time basically it's taking in the descending order. But again, I think if it is triggering the clear interval, the previous one, I'm okay.
Okay. So let me run the code. So I think I need to open the dev console. Inspect. Okay.
Clean it up.
Okay. This is clearing. Yeah, it is working.
So
Okay. Reset. Let me reset. So currently
clean,
it is in green.
clean everything in the console.
Okay. Command L. Oh, not working. Not no worries. Okay.
Okay. So now
So
let it go. Let it trigger cleaning. Hit yellow by your own. Hit green fast. Hit green red. Hit green yellow. Red green yellow. It is triggering your clear.
mhm.
What does it represent? When you use effect with a dependency and you have a return statement, what does it signifies?
Okay, if we, I actually know the use case where we don't provide any kind of dependency, then on the, it will represent one of these life cycle loop, that is, it will get triggered whenever we are destroying a component.
Hmm.
So it can be either by a routing, or it can be either just closing the tab, or an
Hmm.
application. Okay, but the thing which I got to know here is that even if we provide a dependency and there is a change in that dependency, either by a set state or something, then it will also go to the return statement, because usually it will not go to that
Hmm.
until and unless we destroy the component.
Hmm. So it helps in your cleanup.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Perfect. So now the third part is we want to increase the time and be
Okay,
mindful
that's
of the problem statement. So when I say you increase the time, you're not increasing the time forever. You got my
oh.
point.
Okay, okay, okay. So we should not uh, hamper the existing, or the uh, uh, basically the traffic light object which we have created, or which is coming from the API.
Hmm.
Okay, okay. But bit tricky. Let's see. Okay, so first thing first, uh, let me have a input box where user can actually give a time input. Okay, so the thing is, if we just give the input to increase the time, so user should also have some sort of a select, or an a drop down wherein
No, only
wherein
you
he or
can
she can
increase
select.
for the active one. Like if you have to increase the time of something, first make that
Hmm.
active and then increase the time if you're looking forward. The simple thing is whatever is active, you
Hmm.
can increase more time to it. In short.
Oh, okay, okay. So our code should be that much automated. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, let me do that. Increase the delay. Okay, and then the input. So as we are dealing with the time thing, so I will provide the type as number. Okay, number. And this will represent a second, right? Because we are multiplying it by 10. Okay,
Yes, it is in
got
seconds.
got it. Well, let me close it. So now, okay, so okay, now we need to increase the time of the current active one. Okay, okay. Let me think. We already have an instance of is active live. Okay, and traffic light is a normal object, not a state. So if we change its instance, it will not re-render it, and if we are not re-rendering it, our program will not know that okay, we have increased the time. In that case, okay, in that case, we need to assign this to a state. Okay, but you already mentioned that we don't need to hamper the original instance. Okay, maybe we can make a copy of a traffic light.
So there is one glitch, although I will highlight the way we have taken this object traffic
Mhm.
configuration and the way you are giving a dependency to it. Do you see some glitch? You can always talk about, but you have taken a normal object as in traffic light, and you have given this traffic light dependency in your use effect. Can you highlight some glitch that can come with the future development of this component?
Yeah, first of all, is just a normal variable. So React will not detect whatever changes we are doing, and if React is not detecting it, it will not re-trigger the use effect. First glitch is that.
Okay.
Okay, so that is why I'm thinking to make it a state rather than the normal variable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me do that first. So as we are making it state, so the future condition which you have highlighted, that what if it is coming from an API call, so we can also use this set traffic light method in order to set that
Sounds.
in future.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the initial state of the traffic light. Okay, now now whenever we are changing the traffic light, it will re-trigger this. Okay, but it will hamper the current flow. No. Basically, we are not changing the active light, we are changing its timing only. So okay, there will be a possibility that it will clear the timeout current flow, current continuous cycle which is going on, like we are doing for the radial length, which we not need to do. Okay, let me first create a state. We'll go one by one. So const delay, set delay, use state, then state, state. By default, it would be 0. Okay. Now, whenever we are changing a data in an input, so on change. Okay. Event, then the set delay, but we also need to do more operations. So I will create one method const handle delay change, and what I can do is oops, capture a delay time. Okay, so handle delay change, wherein we can pass event.target.value. So whatever user is typing, it will consider that and set a delay, which is the time the user is providing.
So I am typing, say, suppose 1, 2, 3. So first it will change by 1, then by 12, and then by 123.
Okay, as we are doing with an on change. Mhm. Correct.
And do you want that?
No. So on, so there will be two approaches. One is on focus out, another one is on a click of a button.
Mm-hmm.
These two approaches we can use, because even though if I use key up or some sort of that, so whenever I am typing, so even after clicking one, I am moving my finger up. So that is
There are
also
more
key up
approaches.
event.
There are more
Mhm.
approaches.
Okay. Okay. So
How do you get a result in Google search? Do you use button or you focus out? How do you use Google search?
uh, button mostly.
Button? No, man, don't
Button
say
in
that.
the sense enter thing,
What
or
do you use?
and likewise with
Enter,
enter button. Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So, how can we leverage that?
Okay. So it should be changed itself, and we need to get the code, button code basically. Okay. So which will be provided by the event itself. Okay. So let me fetch that. So for that, I need to basically know the event code of button. That is the enter button.
So it's
So
is enter only.
is enter only.
Key is enter only. Key is equal to enter E capital.
Okay. If event dot can be accessed using a key property of a
You
event.
can, you can. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Key is equal to basically not like this. Equality.
Okay. 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 Enter.
Hmm, something like this
Okay.
works. It's okay.
Okay. So we will set it the delay.
Do you
Okay.
want it to do on key change on change? So what's the difference between on change and on key down or up?
So on key up, basically, yeah, it will on change will detect that whatever we are typing, basically it will check
When?
complete.
When? So what is key up and what is key down and what is key on key change? Like which is on change?
So on change will basically differentiate between the values which we have earlier typed. So currently there is no value to this event. So whenever we are typing, so one is one value, and if we are typing two, so 12 is different from the one. So
Couple
it's
of
kind of
questions.
on change.
Couple of questions. So when
Hmm.
you type one, before
Hmm.
one is entered into the input box, your on change is triggered, or once your one is triggered input into the input box, then the on change is triggered. Second, or maybe
Hmm.
go. I can bombard with a lot of question and you can come up with. The second is basically when you're typing inside the input box, then
Hmm.
on chains are triggered, or when you focus out on change are triggered. That is related to on change. Now think about your key up and key down when those events are triggered. Before taking consideration of those input box, input that you're providing, or after it has been before that, like where it is, either before or after.
So if we are typing continuously and I'm not focusing out of the input box
Mhm.
currently, okay. So at this time on change function will get triggered, okay.
Hmm.
And as I am typing, let's suppose I am typing 4, 5, 6. So
Hmm.
after every key press, I am moving my finger up, basically releasing it from the button, correct? So
Then
I
what
am
is the
doing a key up event.
difference in on change and key up?
Okay, okay, that I need to read more about.
No worries on that. Whoever is watching, help me with your feedbacks and input basically in the comment. So you have to understand, you have to go beyond the web in order to answer this. Okay, no worries on that. Let's keep going. So what I meant by you have to go beyond the desktop devices basically in order to answer that properly. Cool, keep going. So say suppose on change you have this, you got this enter, you got the delay. Now what?
Okay, now correct. Now comes the great part. Okay, we need to make sure we don't manipulate this original instance. This should be intact. Okay. We already have the active light. Okay, so what we can do is, do we really need this set delay? That is what I'm thinking, because we are doing our logic here itself. Okay, so I'm suspecting we don't need this extra state thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because we directly have the access to this time. Okay,
But
okay.
if you manipulate it,
Mhm,
okay. So before you try to come to the solution in terms of coding, help
mhm.
me with your approach. From here, what you're going to do?
Okay, so my approach would be, first take the input whatever user is typing.
You got
Okay,
10 seconds for
correct.
the red
10
light.
second I have got.
This
Okay.
existing red light is 15 second. Timer is going on.
Mhm,
You're at fifth second. You got
mhm.
10 second more. Now what?
Okay, now as we already have an instance of traffic light,
Hmm.
okay, so what I will do, as traffic light contains all this green, yellow, and red object, correct, and they have a time thing. So what I will do, as we already have the is active light,
Hmm.
okay, so let's suppose it is green. So what I will do, I will go and traffic light of is active light, and then I will set it as the time which user has input.
Which is 10 second.
Yes,
But
10 seconds.
that's not
So
my problem statement.
I will increase the timing. Basically, we already have the access to the previous timing as well. So previous time plus the extra time which user
That's
is providing.
not my problem statement. Hear it properly. So the interesting
Okay.
part is here. The problem
Hmm.
statement, try to hear it back. So you have 15-second timer, consider.
Hmm.
10 second are already lapsed. You are left over with 5 second. I have
Okay.
increased the timer by another 10 second. It means from that moment, the timer will go with 5 plus 10, 15 second.
Oh, okay. 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 So somehow we also need to uh, make sure that how much time has passed for the active light.
You got the problem?
Yeah, we also need to track that.
And second important thing to note,
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
timer that you are increasing 10 second
Hmm.
is only for that occurrence.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not saying by default the configuration that I have in the system I'm going to hamper everything. No, I'm not going to change the overall timing how these green light and all those timers basically works. It's just that
Hmm.
because I see one of the lane has lot of traffic and the signal green signal is going to just elapse. I'm just saying, oh, hey, let me give 20, 30 second more so that traffic can pass. I'm not changing the overall system how the green red light basically in general works. You're getting my point?
Correct. Correct. Yeah. Okay, I think I need to rethink about the approach which I'm thinking. Okay, there are two, three approaches which is coming to my mind. One which I already mentioned. Another one is that if we also tagged it with the delay which user is typing and add it here, but the con of that approach is that we don't have the track that how much time has passed.
Hmm.
Okay, so that we need to drop that approach. Another one is that the one which I was thinking, to track that how much time has passed for that current active light and add it here. Okay, no, I can't add it here. We need to increase the timing of the set timeout, but we need to provide the timing at the initialization of a set timeout. How can we increase it? So can you give a hint? Because whenever we are declaring a set timeout,
Hmm.
we always provide a timing as well. That
Correct.
after how much time or for how much time, after how much time this set timeout internal callback will get triggered.
Correct.
Correct. But if I want to change the timing on a runtime,
Hmm.
so because we can't clear this set timeout, correct?
Hmm.
Because if we clear that, we lose the track.
Hmm.
Okay, so whatever the flow was going. So how can we do that on a runtime for the set timeout?
So aren't you using the right thing? Because what you want at every tick, you want to know how many ticks have happened. You're getting my point. So set timeout is, hey, complete your job after 10 seconds and come back to me,
Hmm.
which you don't want. You want to know at every second what is happening, man.
Every second, what is happening? Every second, what is
So aren't you using the having a wrong choice over here? So you are choosing to use set timeout.
okay? So you are saying the better approach is to use a set interval.
Think of.
What if we use set interval every second? So every 10 second, 9 second. This will with the set interval for every time it will change the is active light, which we don't want because we
Why?
need to.
Why it will change is active light always?
So let's suppose for the red light we need to show the red light for 10
That you can add
seconds.
a condition, don't you think? Like when the tick is going on, tick, 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 tick. In which
Hmm.
tick you have to change the color. It's up to you, don't you think?
Yeah, additional condition we need to provide for that. Okay, let me try that approach. So whatever is the current active light,
Mm-hmm.
okay, dot time. So active light time is we also need to increase the time passed by 1. Maybe we can write just plus equal to 1. Okay, and traffic light as active time is the time passed. Okay, so greater than time passed, greater or equal to. So what we can do, we can change the set is active light. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and we also need to reset the time passed
Mm-hmm.
for the next light. So we again need to time passed is equal to 0. Again reset it. Run code. Let's see if the current code is working. Okay, red, yellow for 5 seconds it would work. Okay,
So
current flow is working.
can you do one simple thing? Can you also
Mhm.
print the timer somewhere so that you can actually see what's going on? So instead of taking a local, can you take in some state and basically print that
Okay.
so that we can actually see the accuracy?
Oh, okay, got it. So current time set current time passed maybe we can say to be more accurate. Okay, and by default as we have initialized the local variable as 0, so this will also be 0. Okay, so basically we need to we can remove this. So set current time passed. Uh, we need to get the previous state as well for it so that we don't miss it. And so previous time is equal to previous time plus 1. So we are increasing it by 1 second as our set timer interval is going on. And here what we will do before resetting it, we will console.log the time passed or current time passed. Sorry. Okay, and then we will reset it. The set current time passed again will be 0.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, format document. Okay, Now let me open the console.
Can
Let's
you
see.
print that current time pass, basically not in the console, just write print it somewhere with your button or something in the render
Okay.
itself? Just that's better,
Okay.
right? Instead of doing a console. So just
Okay. Correct. Correct.
close your console and probably print it
Okay. In
basically.
the render itself.
In
Okay.
that, along with traffic light, you can print somewhere. Just simply add that 1 second or whatever it is, like those seconds.
Okay. Sure. 0. This. Why it is taking so much time?
It seems
1 second is not that large here.
like go and check your logic.
Oh, no, no, no. Sorry. Why I missed this? So clear interval, first of all.
Okay.
Still not working. Set interval, set current time passed. I am increasing it. Okay, there is one error which we got.
So interval should work in every.
1 second.
And your interval is working in.
1 second.
Is it working in 1 second?
So this active light time is nothing but an
15,
integer.
15 into 1,000.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So yeah,
Oh, now
correct.
you're making 15 into 100, like 1.5 seconds.
1500, 1.5 it is. Mm-mm-mm. Okay,
So
let me think.
your interval should work in every.
1 second. Oh,
Just
okay.
write it.
Yeah, yeah, sorry. Oh, I'm tracking this. Correct.
Okay.
This logic for was for set timeout. So
Okay.
okay.
Let's see.
1, 2, 3, 4,
For
5.
let it go. 15 second.
Oh, it didn't reset.
Wait, I think it was how many seconds? You need to reset, right? It did not reset. Never ever.
Yeah, reset as well as this. Okay, time. Let me. Okay, 10 is greater than time passed. Oh, less than equal to. Not less than, but
Time
if
pass
time
is.
passed is greater than, correct. If time passed is greater than this,
Hmm.
then we need to reset. Greater than or equal to, we can say.
Hmm.
Okay, so if I run code, why it is.
How many seconds you have given? Oh, dude, we don't have these many seconds.
Yeah, I have given 10 only.
So from where you're getting time passed?
So time passed I am getting from the state variable. Oh, big miss.
Okay.
I was referring to the local variable.
Will current time pass will ever change?
No, because React batching will, what it will do, it will see all the state changes. So it will not.
What I meant by line number 39, the
Mhm.
variable which you have used, will this ever change?
No, it will not.
What you need to do? Will that value ever change? No. If not, then what you need to do?
I think uh, we can create another use effect. Okay, and we can make it dependent on the current time passed. Why? Because we are not dealing with set interval here. We are just dealing with the logic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Let me try that.
Okay.
Green, and after 15 seconds, it should, whenever this is 15, so it should come to red. Okay, it works.
Now try changing the color explicitly yellow and what. Let's see if that works. So can you
Okay.
scroll so that we can see everything, entire view, expand the.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Let's click on green.
it is in green. So let me click on
Yeah.
yellow.
Yellow. How many times? 5 seconds, I think, right? Click on yellow now. Wait for some time.
No, no.
It did not.
Okay, so current time passed. We also need to reset here as well on the active light changes. Okay, so set current time passed as 0. Why 0? Because if it takes the previous second value, then it will not consider the actual time delay. Okay,
Okay.
so on the
But
handle light changer,
okay, let's write it and also tell me, will that clear your interval? Previous interval.
previous interval got cleared by the active light changes because we have tagged this
Oh, okay. Got it.
using.
Got it. Huh.
Let me run the code again.
That
Okay,
automatically
4,
runs.
5.
Huh. So let's click on yellow.
Yellow.
Click
Yeah,
on
it is
green.
resetting.
Green. Click yellow. Wait. Now wait for 5 seconds, right?
Hmm.
4, 5, reset. Okay. So now add. So let click on yellow.
Okay, yellow.
Add timer of 10 seconds and enter.
No, this functionality is not yet completed.
Okay, I will give
We
you
need to.
another 2 minutes. Let's try to see how much you can.
Okay, sure.
What will be the data type of time?
It would be string. We explicitly need to type convert it.
Okay.
Okay, now run code again. Okay, 10. If I say, oh, sorry, I not type the enter. No, it didn't take it. I think enter should work, right? Let's see. So green to red will be 15. So if I add 10 more second and I already hit enter. Okay,
So
I
you
think,
can just console.log if what you are getting as an e dot key.
okay, E dot key. Console, clear it out. If I type anything, 1, 2, 3 and enter. Oh, enter it is not taking. E dot key, key code, I think it should be.
Try key code probably.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, no. Key code. Let me
Check E.
event phase. Why? No, event phase is different. Target dot.
Key. Scroll down.
Okay.
Scroll down. Scroll
Yeah.
down.
K L K H I J K. K is not here. Mhm. Can I utilize Google for that?
Yeah, yeah, please go ahead. So do you know the event in JS and event in React are different?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or do you know what is synthetic events?
Yeah, I heard about those, but yeah, cannot recall. But yeah, I do heard about that term.
Okay.
Oh, I think it is key code itself. Oh no, that is no. I am. Getting E as well and checking the E. Ideally, it should be,
What's your event? Does your event plays a picture?
yeah, event is giving all the,
What is the event trigger? The handler, the method that you are using. Does that plays a role on change you're using, right?
yeah, okay. That is why you were highlighting about the key up and key down, so it will also detect the key codes. Okay, we can try with the key up event. Key up. Okay, now if I type 123 alt key, yeah, code. Now it is coming, and if I type enter, then the last event should code. Okay, now,
Scroll down, see the complete thing.
okay, sorry, I closed it.
There are multiple occurrences of the same value. So don't judge too early.
So if I type 1 2
See the entire.
digit, key is to,
What you're looking for is not the code, is the key.
oh, okay, not the key code, but the key. So if I type enter here now, so the last event that, okay, okay, key is 13, key code is 13. Okay,
Sounds fair? Let's do it quickly.
okay, sure. Let me have it. So key, okay, I think we are already accessing it. So let me run the code, and for the red, where it is? Okay, it is in green, and if I type enter
So
to,
it started with red. Hold on. It interrupted with the red and it ended. So right now you are in hit enter once again with two probably. Hit enter.
no, okay, so ideally after 15 it should add up to, that is 17 seconds, but I don't think so it is working.
Cool.
Mm,
Fair enough. Yeah, I think some glitches here and there, but cool. So before I share the feedback, basically
mm,
I wanted
yeah,
to hear the feedback from everyone. So whoever is watching, please share your feedback in the comment and also your solution, whatever you have implemented for this problem statement. So cool. So before I share the feedback again, Aniket, you wanted to share your experience. Like, how was your overall experience?
okay, the one thing which I got to know is that we are learning everything, okay, like JavaScript and React, but we are not going in a depth. I don't know the reason, but yeah, we need to go in depth because, as you highlighted earlier, but it didn't click me that what actually is the difference. But later, when we switch the event type, that is from change to key up, then it made a changes, hell lot of changes. So yeah, I will go through it and will read in more depth. Apart from that, I have a question not related to the actual interview, but just a general question that how you are managing the content creation as well as this the job.
Okay, I think that's a separate topic I'm not going to answer right
Okay,
away.
okay.
Just that one thing I wanted to say, you have to be
Hmm,
passionate enough for any damn thing. Like I wanted to make
okay,
an impact, I wanted to help people, and one of the thing like anything which don't let you sleep in short, right? And how you make a process out of that in order to keep doing things in parallel, that is a separate thing I'm not going to talk about right away.
okay.
But again, so you should know the reason of doing certain things, and I'm very much clear in terms of reason. And the
Mhm,
reason, the kind of a interview I take in companies, I wanted to enhance that, I wanted to make the justice, because when we get a candidate in the house in my team, I want people to solve the complex problem, not those same standard, you can say Google on something and you get the same problem, polyfill and whatnot, and you keep on asking the same damn thing from the last 10 years, right? I just wanted to
correct.
change that. I want you to solve the real world problem, the problems that you will get on the job, which if you are
Mhm,
working with my team, I will be bombarding with those things. Are you capable enough in order to solve that? If not, then I don't need anyone who can do the same thing. Hey, Google it, or get the popular question, mug up it up, and basically crack the interviews. No point, man.
okay, great to hear that.
Cool.
Yeah, apart from that, I don't have much questions.
Awesome. So with that, just wanted to highlight the way you basically process. They are very good thing. I can see the speed that you can basically code, the thought process that you have. Eventually, some of the things basically I wanted to highlight. The problem statement which basically I gave, right? There are multiple part to it. So one is you
Mhm.
start with one and you keep on basically making progress on that, which we should do so that we don't get stuck. But there are certain key factors in those test cases. Do consider that. Reason being, those
Mhm.
changes your entire approach. Like the moment you
Mhm.
started with set timeout and then you realize, oh boss, I have to do something like this. Now I have to go to the set interval. The time you invested in set timeout in order to make it work, everything goes for a toss, and basically you have to re-implement many part of your application, and that make it tricky. You got into a bug where what should be the timer? Either it is the previous set timeout timer or it is going to
Mhm.
change. So those small things always comes. So just read the problem, come up with a strategy, and then basically try to take one baby step. So I think that will
Okay.
make more better outcomes. Basically, overall, if I see you have made a great progress, but again, there is always things to improve, which people will comment and share. Basically,
Okay.
awesome. So with that, thanks everyone for watching. Keep watching, keep sharing. If you have not yet subscribed the channel, please do. Please share this. And if you wanted to be on the other side of the screen, you wanted to give a mock interview, let me know in the comment, and do fill the form basically shared. Thanks everyone. See you again in the next episode of Check the Front End Interviews. Thank you.